Today we are covering perhaps the most underprivileged, misrepresented, oppressed people on the planet. White people. Finally, white people are getting the respect they deserve after so long of oppression. Did I piss off enough people? Are the woke people on Twitter angry yet? Are they buzzing like flies? Good. Today we are talking about a specific drama that involved this fine individual who goes by the name of
Kirsche.
Now,
Kirsche
has been in a lot of drama recently, and I have to say personally that I am very excited to cover it. We're doing a deep dive. We are doing a crazy deep dive on the drama involving
Kirsche,
because white people are in fact the most oppressed people of all time, and so are VTubers. Specifically very white and blue pale aesthetic VTubers, because apparently all of us has pissed off the largest leftist political streamer on the platform. That's right, we're doing this as an excuse to piss off Hasan Piker again. Hell yeah, baby. Watch this clip. Watch this clip, and then we dive in to the entire drama revolving around
Kirsche.
All right, it's very important. So I got to show you this clip. And then we dive in.
You should be embarrassed. You should.
All right, so this is him talking about how he banned my name in his chat because he's a gigantic pussy. Because of Hasan Piker, the blue whale has the second largest vagina on the planet.
Be embarrassed of getting to be openly getting directives from a fucking anime VTuber that every other fucking VTuber hates.
That's a lie, but yeah, okay.
Because he's a gross, lolly-enjoying,
That's slander.
genocide-enjoying loser.
He's the genocide-enjoying loser. He supports terrorists that want to kill everyone. No. Yeah, and then he pauses for 20 seconds because he's terrified of me.
Every time you come in here, you're basically saying, hey, man, I'm here on behalf of a pedophile.
All right, so this is him slandering me because he's absolutely terrified of me. Every single time I come up, he loses his mind.
The fuck? It's weird. It's the same bullshit. It's the same fucking bullshit.
Oh, bro is crashing out. He's still crying about me? Oh, Lord. I'm just a little anime boy beefing with the largest leftist political streamer on the planet.
Same high defenders were doing.
Right. The pause. Nothing to say. He's terrified.
There's another VTuber being a white supremacist that made headlines. Yeah.
And he moved on to talking about
Kirsche.
Which is why that is exactly the topic of today's video. I actually specifically messaged
Kirsche.
and I told her that we are going to be looking into her situation as a deep dive, and I decided, yes, my pettiness will consume me. All right, so I am bringing my pettiness to the actual fucking forefront. We are doing a deep dive on the drama revolving around
Kirsche.
and I am completely here for it. All right, anyway, let's see Hasan slandering my friend.
Yeah, I saw. And the only reason why I saw it is because apparently after that fucking loser-ass VTuber got banned, immediately they were hitting the Hasan loves terrorism and he's not banned, so why can't I say that it was good that George Floyd got killed? Or
so I don't know the situation, but I doubt she ever said it's good George Floyd got killed. I highly doubt she ever said that, but we're going to be doing a deep dive on that today.
some shit. And it's like, I don't know, maybe because you're a fucking gross little freak.
Yeah, so I said that if this guy calls you a gross little freak, you're doing the right thing. All right, this dude supports terrorists. He supports genocide. He's probably a pedophile, if I had to guess. Personally, that's my guess. I mean, he went to Diddy parties, he went to brothels that sex traffic children. I mean, like, let's be real here, bro. Dude, glass houses and whatnot. He watches anime. He watches anime of children bathing naked. All right, he watches child bathing naked anime. All right, I covered this in my last Hasan Piker is fucked video.
Have you seen one of his fans constant replies to this tweet of yours?
Yeah, so anyway, that's him crashing out again about me and about Kirsche, specifically, or as I like to call her,
Kirsche.
because I actually care about pronouncing her name correctly, unlike everybody else. So anyway, the generational crash out continues, which is why I decided we're going to be doing a deep dive on the drama revolving around
Kirsche.
Now that my arch nemesis apparently has decided to get in here, I'm gonna have to defend her. I immediately agree with all of her opinions. I don't know what they are. I'm not exactly sure what this drama is, but I immediately agree with everything she said. I am being very brave here, but because Hasan the Diddler Piker has gone out specifically to attack her, I co-sign immediately everything she said without even knowing what she said. I don't know what she said, but I immediately co-sign it. All right? That's my hot take. Anything that
Kirsche.
said is something that I support purely anecdotally based on the fact that Hasan Piker is a fucking retard, possibly a pedophile. All right. Anyway, let's see what this is all about.
Hey, what's up guys, Rip here. So it looks like we're getting a trilogy to this ongoing Kirsche situation. If you want full context behind everything leading up to today, you can check out my 2 previous videos on the subject.
That's a lot of videos.
However,
hey, he's gonna give a brief recap. This is a 26-minute long video. All right, we're doing the full deep dive. We have to see what's going on here.
things have gotten very crazy with this cancellation campaign targeting Kirsche and her sponsors.
Backfired?
A life ruination campaign fueled by various articles and viral tweets trying to slander her, including...
Wow! We are literally in the same drama right now on different sides of the internet. Holy shit! There are articles out there saying, Hasan Piker calls Taku a pedophile. Zero evidence. It's not true, but the article's not lying. They're telling the truth that Hasan slandered me. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Wow. Fucking counter culture. That's what we are right now. We are counter cancel culture. We are on the same team here. All right? Us fucking blue VTubers, we're sticking together on this. Us blue Voldemorts out there against the retards of the world. Me and
Kirsche
fighting side by side.
3 hit piece articles produced by Vice. And now, after the effect of those, Kirsche is now making an official response with the help of this individual. Not sure who they are, but they cosplayed as Kirsche and delivered the document to their door. This contains a Google Doc that Kirsche has made responding to the situation and also making retraction requests to Vice and threatening possible legal action if they do not follow through on that request. Now, to sum up everything leading up to this video in a very simple way, there's a cancellation campaign targeting Kirsche. They're trying to get her deplatformed. They're trying to remove her sponsors, and they're doing this through hit piece articles as well as viral tweets trying to paint her as a white supremacist, racist, Nazi, bigot, all these buzzwords they love to overuse on social media.
Sounds about
and
right.
Unfortunately, this campaign...
I mean, I get it with the same thing. I mean, Hasan goes on his stream, and that literally gets translated to the entire fucking weaponized retard community. That's what I like to call them. They're all dropping out there. Dude, you don't understand. Hasan goes, he tries everything, and none of it works. Literally none of it works, all right? He called me a pedophile. He called me a genocide enjoyer. He called me, what else did he call me? He called me a racist. He called me a Nazi. Jewish, by the way. My grandparents are Holocaust survivors. That's a pretty weird one. Yeah, so he's literally been trying everything. Unfortunately, it's not working. He keeps crashing out. And now he went after somebody else. He went after
Kirsche.
So I immediately have to show my support.
Was successful in ending one of her partnerships, and that...
Yeah, you gotta realize, Hasan is just catching strays in this video. This isn't even about him, all right? This isn't even about him. He's just catching strays.
Was with the game Crime Boss, and she was an integral part of growing this game and putting it on the map.
Wait, what?
And when people saw that she was removed, her partnership severed as a result of this ridiculous, slanderous cancel campaign, you can see the results. The negative reviews poured in. People are very mad at these developers for really having no spine. And
Wait. She promotes this game. The game is remotely successful because of her, all right? The stupid fucking bullshit cancel culture campaign shows up. They start calling her a racist or whatever for whatever reason they come up with. They don't really need a reason to slander people on the internet these days. And the game dropped her. Dude, we have to make it. I'm not saying this is a threat, but I'm just saying this. I'm putting this out there into the ether, all right? We have to make it not worthwhile financially for any fucking giant corporation that buckles to cancel mobs. It has to be not worth it for them. It has to be. And so far, it's working. People are trying to cancel me for mentioning the Shiloh Hendrix thing. You know how Shiloh Hendrix, she was this lady that said the N-word to a child and made $1 million off of GoFundMe. And everyone wanted me to condemn her. And instead, I decided to poke the bear a little bit. I said that, yeah, it was a shitty thing for her to say, but they tried to ruin her life and threatened her life over it. I am glad that she succeeded. I stand by it, by the way. I stand by that completely. You could try canceling me for saying what I said about the Shiloh Hendrix situation, but I literally have nothing to apologize for. I stand by it. I think the people threatening her life and her child's life because she said a naughty word, she said a word that you don't like, with all due respect, yeah, it was definitely a shitty thing for her to do, but fuck you, fuck your movement, you people suck, and absolutely deserve to eat your fucking shit on that one. Yeah, if you want to see my whole take, you can watch that video, obviously. But no, I firmly believe this shit. I firmly do. If you are buckling to the cancel mob, then you need to get fucking thrashed because of it.
And also for welcoming in...
Enough, by the way. Let me just make this clear. Enough. We are living in 2025. 2025. Sorry, bro. Sorry. Fuck you. I'm not buckling to this bullshit anymore. No more of this. No, that's why I'm so happy that
Kirsche
stood up for herself. Because realistically, we need more people to stand up for what they believe in. All right, Hasan, the largest leftist political streamer on the planet weaponized his audience to call me a pedophile, racist, genocide supporter. And I gained 2,000 subscribers on YouTube yesterday. Not trying to break out the big numbers, but shit's backfiring because I'm not buckling down.
The modern audience, who, by the way, is now asking for refunds because they think this game is too problematic. Congratulations, crime boss, you played yourself.
Good.
Now, of course, that's not good enough for a lot of the people
it.
involved in this harassment campaign against Kirsche. You can see this Anna Vellens individual. This is a Vice journalist who's...
Vice journalist. Oh, God. Dude, you've got to be kidding me. Like, you mean Hasan teamed up with the most insufferable journalists on the fucking planet? They all got back here together. They all gathered together to be retards.
Made or been the subject of all 3 hit pieces on Kirsche that have been recently released. And now that they had this successful campaign with Crime Boss, now they're going after other sponsors.
That's the thing. You cannot let them win. You have to stand together. I support... I don't even know. I'll be real here. Like, everyone's coming after...
Kirsche.
And I don't even know what she said. I don't even know what she said that they're canceling her for. But everyone's going after her, and I'll support her immediately just because of that. I'll support her because the punishment doesn't fit the crime. It doesn't fit the crime. She said words that you don't like. You're offended by her, so you want to ruin her life. Fuck you. You're a piece of shit. What did she actually say? Does anyone have a clip of what she actually said that people are mad about? I mean, I'll defend it whether I agree with it or not, just because I want to piss people off at this point. I'm already too deep into the... I'm already too deep. What's the actual clip? Any of you guys have the actual clip? They're canceling her for things she didn't say. What if she said a Jewish slur? I'll still support her. I think it's not a nice thing to do, but of course I'll support her. Absolutely. Because I think that being part of the cancel mob, the doxing, harassing cancel mob is infinitely worse than saying words. And that shit has to die. And I cannot find the fucking clip. I can't find the clip! Alright, so this is the clip, apparently. She's going viral for her comments about the Shiloh Hendrix. Dude, I brought that up as an example. They're harassing me for the exact same thing. Oh my God. All right, let's see the clip. All right, let's see why everyone's upset.
People are just like unfollowed. That's an unfollow from me. Bostonian guy said, "Oh no, what am I going to do without followers that think it's okay to call a 5-year-old the N-word?" I don't think most people think it's okay. I think there are a lot of people who are tired of things happening, like Daniel Penny, like the whole George Floyd incident and the Summer of Love, like the Carmelo Anthony. There's just a lot of people tired of the 2-tier justice system, and they start saying some crazy things and doing some crazy things. That doesn't make it okay.
Right.
But it's like, that's just kind of the consequence of where we're at now, unfortunately. And there are some people who are like accelerationists that are like, the pendulum is going to swing back so far it's going to break off. And I hope that's not true. I don't want to see that happening. I don't like seeing this kind of like violence towards other people. Like, not that words are violence, right? But there are people advocating for violence on both sides. And I don't like seeing that. Nature be healing and shit. They will not kneel is the sum of it, you know?
So that's the whole clip? She's completely right. I agree with everything she said. I literally agree with everything she said. That's exactly the same take that I had in my Shiloh Hendrix video. I said the exact same thing. People are fucking fed up with the system. You say the N-word and you lose your entire life and career and safety over it. Here you have a black kid that stabs a white kid and he gets out on bail and he made $1 million. No, I completely agree with everything she said. That's crazy. Yeah, they're canceling me for the exact same thing. The difference is I'm not tied to any fucking companies anymore because I don't have the patience to make it my fault when other companies get tanked. No, but I agree with everything she said. She's completely right. She's completely correct. I support
Kirsche.
Mainly gamer subs, trying to get them to end their partnership.
Yeah, I saw people trying to tag people to cancel me as well. People were tagging all sorts of people that I work with to try to get them to cancel me. If you want to drop me because of slander on the internet, then you're a pussy, and that's fine. You have every right to be a pussy. I support your right to be a pussy. However, yeah, no, I'm not going to back down. I am not going to back down. I'm not going to kneel.
With Kirsche over misinformation and their primary sources, which is largely from...
Wait, so Hasan said that she wanted to said that George Floyd deserved to be killed when that was her take? What a slanderous fucking cuck.
It posts and 4chan posts. Yes, words of other people on various websites like that. That's the best they got. But also there's other people fuming in the VTubing scene. You can see this post that got a lot of attention saying, so much Kirsche hate has been on my timeline recently, and I have to say to that, keep it going, guys. I love to see those racist Nazi Mayo Moon crickets get dragged to filth.
All right, so this is the real racist. The real racist has exposed himself.
Man, the anti-racist strike once again. This is advanced levels of racism, ladies and gentlemen. This person has to pull out a whole thesaurus to try to make up a slur to go after Kirsche with, while also trying to supposedly combat racism.
Yep.
Now, as these people always say, freedom of speech does not mean freedom from consequences. That's what happened here. They would lose their ambassador position with Advanced GG.
Yes! Yes! We are living in the age of finding out! Oh, fuck around, find out, bro. Rules for thee, not for me, you absolute fucking losers. Oh, get owned, bitches. Yes, counter cancel culture is viable for the first fucking time. I've been canceled on the internet so many times, so I can tell you, as someone that's been canceled on the internet 5 years ago, 4 years ago, 3 years ago, 2 years ago, and 1 year ago, and now, I suppose, Hasan's giant cancel train of people calling me a pedophile for no reason. Holy shit, it feels so good. In the past, when you get canceled and everyone drops you because everyone's scared of you and you lose sponsors and shit, it was annoying. I didn't buckle, but it was annoying. Right now, it feels so fucking good to get canceled. Holy shit, look at these retards.
And you can see they're quoting people making fun of them, saying, can you people read, I don't care that deeply, let it go. And people are clowning on this, of course, because clearly someone who
He actually didn't say people over here. He said a different word. I don't know if you noticed.
Constantly says,
notice how it's okay for this person to say this word, but if someone else says that word, yikes, yikes.
Over and over again, I don't care, clearly care a lot. But here's what I think they care about. I think they care about being made fun of. That's what they care about. They don't care about losing the Advanced GG partnership or ambassador position that much, because let's be real, this is not shaming small content creators. I was a small content creator myself at one point.
Everyone's
but this person
been there.
has like 6 YouTube videos, and their last stream was like 6 months ago. I don't think they were making a substantial amount of money from their ambassador position with Advanced GG. So losing that with financial...
I think there's another important detail here, and that is the fact that if you fuck around, you find out. I appreciate that Rev has taken the high ground here, saying that, well, you probably didn't take a financial hit, but in my opinion, this is what they call the consequences of your own actions. You have the freedom of speech, and they have the freedom to terminate you from being the ambassador of... I think this is great. I think this is nature healing, bro. Sorry.
So I think that's why they're so okay with what happened. However, while they were getting dunked on, they started to get a little spicy in the replies to that previous post, saying this. I just learned Rev is sponsored by Advanced.
Oh, no.
Thank God they dropped me, bro. Holy S. I didn't know they were working with that stinker.
Sounds about right. Hell yeah.
Well, anyways, ladies and gentlemen,
Rent-free, baby.
use code REV30.
Yeah!
Off your total Advanced.
Dude, I support that, by the way. I'm just saying. Definitely. Code REV30, 30% off. Yeah.
GG.
Advanced GG? Hold on, let me message Advanced GG. I know they wanted to work with me in the past. Maybe I'll work with them now. Maybe in honor of all these retards, I'll work with Advanced GG. All right, I messaged my sponsor. Thank you for reminding me, retards and anti-racists.
Order, use that.
No gamer subs? I don't know, I don't really care.
Link.
I'll do whatever people get more upset by.
Pin comment and make sure to use that code REV30 at checkout to save 30%. This offer is valid until the 16th, so make sure to take advantage of it while you still can. Now let me talk about Advanced GG. What a great time to try it out or to restock with this code.
All right.
So you can see we have this line of fan favorite flavors, including some of my personal jars, like my Rev Rocket Pop, which is definitely a fan favorite. People love this flavor.
Look at that.
You can see these are energy flavor. There's multiple types.
No, chat, we're not skipping the sponsor this time. No.
I personally like energy the best because it gives you the
beautiful.
benefits
Look at
of
the
alternatives
beautiful.
without the crash or jitters you get from stuff like energy drinks or pre-workout. You can scroll through. There's endless flavors for you to try out here. Blue Raz Slush, Cotton Candy, Dream Team Punch, which I highly recommend, Lime, also Lemonade, and they just restocked on the Magic Rainbow Sherbet, which is one of my personal favorites, so you can try out their flavors. I haven't had a single one that isn't delicious, very easy to make, and on top of that, if you want to have a shaker to make it with, check out this little category right here, and you can see there's a more affordable option with a plastic shaker right here featuring me and my
wow, this is the longest ad read ever.
Ice shaker here, which is made to keep your drinks cold all day long, and it's also very durable. And you can see the smug face on this art. I mean, can't it get any better than that? And here's some other options for you guys to look at. As always, I greatly appreciate Advanced GG. They've been an incredible company to work with for about 2 years now, and it's been a big fan favorite with you guys.
Look at that.
And using this link in the pinned comment and Rev30 to get 30% off.
Wait, chat's telling me I need to do gamer subs because apparently they're working with with
Kirsche.
I'll message both of them. Whoever gives me a better price, I'll work with. Absolutely. You love the pettiness? Oh, absolutely. I think we need to make it, here, let me explain something to you. We need to make getting canceled financially viable. I'm not just talking about helping people survive getting canceled. No. We need to make getting canceled a financial viability. You need to get rich off being canceled to the point that no one wants to cancel you anymore. The culture is dead, and I'm gonna be helping.
Your order greatly helps out me and this channel in advance, and also makes the worst people seethe.
Yay!
Yeah, win-win.
I support it. I support it, bro.
And help support the channel. And yeah, that is it for the spiel. And of course, you can see right here that Kirsche would respond to this series of tweets when she's referred to as a Mayo moon cricket.
Love that.
And she would say, actually, I'm a fox. And also, let me make this clear, since people are saying this about Kirsche, I'm sure they're going to say it about me. If someone wants to talk on social media, I think anyone should be able to talk about them. Just because they're a small channel doesn't mean I'm stripped of my freedom of speech. I can respond to people, especially when they're directly talking about you. They're starting the fight, so they better expect someone to respond when they're called out like that. But anyways, let's return to Kirsche here, that original post we started off with.
All right, back to Vice.
See her tagging Vice and saying, like some kind of secret middle of the night ballot drop, I left a little something for you. I made sure it's on par with your company's journalistic quality, so you'll take it seriously. And let's play this video, by the way.
Okay.
Amazing stuff, as always.
Was there no volume?
Course, let's get into the Google Doc.
Okay.
And she made a very concerted effort to make this an elaborate shit post while also seriously addressing the issue. So she begins by addressing Vice's Waypoint, which is, I guess, Vice's attempt to revitalize that platform here. But you can see, she says, an open letter from Kirsche. Hey, Vice, what the F? I'm Kirsche, a VTuber, which means I stream with a digital avatar that looks like this.
Love that.
Down here, she says you can catch me on these various platforms. She gets lots of support and then says, I'm not a Nazi. They walk funny, did too much meth, and didn't like to laugh, and they probably would hate me and most of my friends. So how come you keep calling me one? And then she says Vice used to be a very respected outlet. I agree with that. They used to be a very respected.
Yeah, remember when Vice was a respected outlet, and then they completely sold their soul to the fucking giant corpo woke industry of losers and bitches and retards? The good old days, huh?
Outlet, one that I enjoyed personally. But they say, in any event, about a month ago, Waypoint, which is one of your verticals, a quasi-independent outlet, a failed gaming news site that you are trying to revive, something most people don't even know exists. Either way, it started publishing articles about me saying I'm a bigot, I'm a Nazi simp, and I'm responsible for all sorts of online harassment.
Dude, this is so real. Oh my god. Like, this is exactly what I've been going through for like the last week with Hasan. It's crazy. It's crazy how many of these fucking smear tactic woke bullshit people are literally on the same side. Like, they'll just publish misinformation about you. They'll just let it slide and fly around on the internet. And they don't care. They literally don't care. I am so happy when I see when the people fuck around, they find out. This is great.
It's completely untrue, of course, but also why me? Why now? I'm an anime fox woman. What could a once respectable news org want with me? It's 2018 all over again. Is Vice the PC police for VTubers? So again, Vice, what the
Good
F?
shit. Good shit.
Okay, let me break it down. I know I've covered this in the past couple of streams, but Vice isn't a subscriber yet. Maybe if I tangent about their Colombian donkey, oh my lord, video, a few more times they'll come around. I'm sure they won't, unfortunately.
Absolutely.
So here they begin with the first article. This is the headline saying, why is this gamer subs VTuber pushing the great replacement theory?
Whoa! What? Did Shay do that? Bro, did
Kirsche
actually push the great replacement theory? Again, let me make something clear. I don't believe a single fucking thing one of these journalists actually said.
And as she says, not to brag or anything, I have over 184,000 fans. You're accusing me of bigotry because one of my fans is a supposed Nazi. That's like saying McDonald's supports communism because Kim Jong-un likes Big Macs. And what she's referring to is a post where someone bought her merch, and in that post that they shared with her merch in the shot, there was also some, what people claim.
All right, I found the alleged clip of the great replacement theory. All right, let's see.
They're building like a 2.5 million pound mosque somewhere in like northern England that doesn't even have like a large Muslim population. And I was like, of course they are. Yeah, of course they are. I get increasingly angry when I see people who are just like, well, they're not doing anything illegal, so like you can't really be mad at them. It's like this is very clearly a hostile takeover. Like, we're experiencing it in the US via illegal immigration. They're experiencing it in the UK via, like, the migrant crisis nonsense and refugees, which, potato, basically the same fucking thing. And it's like, our politicians are assisting these people with both demographic replacement as well as just making citizens' lives worse in general. They're changing the entire culture of these countries. It might not be a hostile takeover like you see in war. There's no guns and battleships and bombs, but it is still a hostile takeover. It is still going to change these countries irreparably in the future. UK, it's almost all of Europe. I'm specifically speaking of the UK because of the mosque thing. We're noticing. And it's like, I made a tweet. I made a tweet talking about,
I mean, she's right. I actually just made a video talking about this. This Keir Starmer is the Prime Minister of England. He just woke up and realized that you have to fucking start deporting these people. And this over here is an individual who was arrested in England for blasphemy against Islam. This guy was arrested in the United Kingdom for blasphemy against Islam. You're telling me that there's not some crazy shit going on? Holy fuck, these people are actually retarded. The white replacement theory, the great replacement theory. She's just right. Why are these people such losers? Again, they're just complete fucking degenerate losers.
Claim are Nazi symbols. And now they're trying to say because of that, she is supporting X, Y, and Z. It is an incredible reach, and they're trying everything in their power to basically lambast her over that. Now, of course, we can't really get into these articles without talking about its author, at least the author of the first two, Anna Valens. You saw her earlier. She's been tagging the sponsors Kirsche works with relentlessly on social media.
Crazy.
And she is someone who is a massive hypocrite, and her credibility is none. As I
love that.
Right now.
Many such cases.
So recently she started working with Vice. And one of her first articles was this: these VTubers want you in their lewd game. You might want to pass. And in this case, they're talking about the lewd tuber agency Vtube, right? They make two major claims. They said that their hiring process is transphobic with the biggest reach you will ever see in your life. But relevant to what I'm talking about here is the
hiring process is transphobic? What the fuck does that mean? They're trying to get sexy anime women for their fucking agency. Transphobic? They can hire whoever the fuck they want. What? People are retarded, man.
They call out one of the talents who is a lolly VTuber who obviously does lewd activities with this company since they're a lewd tuber agency. Bro. And Anna Valens says that is problematic, that it's promoting pedophilia and that this content caters to predators, all predicated on the concept that they support that clearly says fiction affects reality. That's how they're jumping to this conclusion, saying fiction affects reality.
All right.
That is the standard they are using onto other people to make wild accusations against them. And just like everyone else who makes that statement, they're a massive hypocrite on the subject of fiction affecting reality or not. They make that claim while also consuming very similar content themselves. Here's reposts and interactions they've had with all kinds of art featuring.
Dude, you've got to be fucking kidding me. This is the fucking art that this person is liking and posting and talking about, and they're trying to cancel people? Holy fuck. This is Hasan all over again. Saying that Hasan literally called me a pedophile. And he out there fucking watches anime with children bathing scenes. Anime where you have children naked in baths together, alright? Which is supposed to be sexy, alright, Hasan? Alright? It's the same people every time. Dude is more than happy to collab with everyone that reacted to Boku no Pico and actual lolicons, but he'll go out there and call me a pedophile for whatever reason. These people are hypocritical losers.
Featuring characters from Lolicon series, characters that are underage, characters that are lollies, and /or all of the above. So they consume and interact with that stuff themselves that they're using to chastise others, while also being a very vocal, long-time customer of Foxu. Sells a whole
they have an entire category on that website where they sell lolly hentai. And this is an avid supporter, bro.
On their website of lolicon dojins. So they don't go after this company that they support, but they use that same thread of logic to attack another company, in this case Vtube, and make wild accusations against them. That's obviously very hypocritical. On top of that, this voice clip has made the rounds. I'm not gonna play it because I've heard it once and I've heard it too many times at that point. You can listen to it for yourself, or you can watch other people reacted to it, including Asmongold, God bless his soul, going through that. But here we have...
Wait, what the fuck is this supposed to be? How traumatized... Dude, we're doing that whole deep dive. Are we doing this just to spite Hasan? Well, partially. I mean, I'm sure Hasan won't be happy when the people he goes up against get more support. I will immediately support anyone that gets slandered by Hasan. I will immediately support them. I don't even know. What am I looking at here? Anna Valens Fantasy Audio, whatever. Right? That's this.
In the future, there are a number of institutions that emerge. If you are a trans girl or if you are trans feminine, you can go ahead and sign up for a reservation slot to an all-day access to one of many breeding facilities. Where you get to breed the shit out of that cis girl pussy. You can absolutely devastate that shit, fucking destroy it.
All right, I've heard enough. Moving on.
Anna Valens sharing a fantasy of theirs where, to sum it up, it's some reality where trans people have subjugated biological women that now force them into breeding facilities. Trans people routinely are...
Don't judge me by my enemies! Judge me by my enemies! My enemies are all retarded! This is incredible! They're slanderous, degenerate, retard freaks! This is insane!
Them, and yeah, that's the story they're fantasizing about. Again, this person says fiction affects reality and you should be judged so based on your interests.
Oh my lord.
Obviously very hypocritical here again.
Nice.
On top of that, they have routinely expressed interest in age play audios.
What the fuck, man? If your fantasy is raping children, then you might have an issue. I suggest introspection.
Producing.
And this is a Vice journalist?
Them. And if you don't know what that is, that's when one or...
This is the person going after, this is the person going after...
Kirsche.
Good day, good day.
Multiple people in a group, they're role-playing is an age that they're not, and take a good guess as to what ages they're typically role-playing as. Yeah. And then they doubled down on that claim in 2024 and said at first, professionally speaking, it was a bit of a no-go for them. But then they said, I don't have much writing up on age play, but I'm very supportive of it, having been in a mommy-daughter dynamic that was extremely fulfilling for them, and they feel like age play can be an important and healing form of play for many adults and should be destigmatized. I show these things for one reason only. Some people say just because they have these interests.
These are the journalists. These are the people that are running the cancellation campaigns. These are the people running the cancellation campaigns. That's why we can't just be against cancel culture. We have to be counter cancel culture. People need to get rich by getting canceled by these fucking degenerate freaks. Sorry, that's my hot take.
They should be immediately discredited. I show this because it shows that they're a hypocrite and that their words shouldn't be trusted. They said, because you consume this anime stuff, you are a predator. And that's what you're appealing to with your VTuber model.
Crazy. It is crazy that the same shit is happening. This is like their entire argument. This is all the people that come after me. They're all freaks. Oh my god.
Also have these fantasies of the R word, of age play, of these other things just involving anime itself.
Look at that.
But now we're going to move on to one of the more egregious things that needs to be brought up as well.
Oh, it gets worse. Nice.
This article they made in 2020. This article is disgusting for reasons I'm going to explain.
Oh, God.
So Anna, in their infinite wisdom, decided it was a good idea to rig an adult toy on themselves and have it so when they're playing Fall Guys, if they bumped into another character, it would trigger the toy.
This is a fucking article that was written and published on Vice? What is even going on, man? These people are freaks.
So, yes, I understand this is a video game, right? And it's interaction with other players, but there's no consent here. They're getting gratification through this game involving players who don't know that it's happening. Yeah, they're not consenting to what's happening. Man. That's what makes this very disturbing, and what makes it even more disturbing is that Fall Guys is a game heavily played by children. Yeah. So I don't understand on what planet they thought this was a good idea. This is a very disturbing...
They didn't just do this. They published it, all right? They published it. They are out there. This is propaganda that is being pushed onto the masses. These are the people selected to work in media. Holy fucking shit. These people need to be humiliated.
Disturbing thing that they produced back in
many such cases, am I right?
2020. I produced these things to show you this is not someone who's very trustworthy. This is not someone who should have much credibility whatsoever. They're a massive hypocrite on a million different subjects. But let's finally return to the Google Doc here, okay? So you can see Kirsche talking about this first one, saying, rather than back up this outrageous accusation, the article starts off by talking about my sponsor, GamerSupps. Then they go on here and say, however, GamerSupps is in hot water with many VTuber fans due to the behavior of who else but Kirsche, an anime fox girl with a knack for sharing alt-right talking points. Kirsche has landed herself in controversy after controversy online due to her right-wing beliefs. At this point, it begs the question.
Well, I mean, these are the people that make believe that they're there for the good of society, right? If you are slightly right-wing, then they will immediately dehumanize you. Like, they will actually dehumanize you. This is crazy.
Question whether GamerSupps will one day pull the plug on the VTuber for good. Do you see the way they're approaching this? This is all about life ruination. This is about pulling.
That's what it's about. That's why I'm all counter culture. That's why I firmly believe that we need to make people rich off getting canceled.
Sponsors. This is not about spreading awareness. All it's focusing on is GamerSupps.
Yeah, it's trying to ruin your life. It's absolutely trying to ruin your life. That is what all these people do. That's what Hasan does, right? Hasan has never engaged with a single argument I have ever made. The only thing he does is he goes on his stream and he slanders me. And now he slanders other people too, right? He's been doing it to Ethan, he's been doing it to Mutahar, and now he even slanders
Kirsche.
And he goes out there and he will slander the fuck out of people instead of actually engaging with anything. The goal is life destroying. That is the goal of these blood-sucking fucking people.
Saying, why are they still employing you? Why are they still working with you? You're so bad. You have alt-right talking points, right-wing beliefs. They don't even keep it consistent, which honestly with people like this, anything to the right of Karl Marx is probably alt-right to them. But anyways, Kirsche says,
Dude, these people, again, all right, let me just be real here. This is a 90-10 issue. I think that even people on the left are going to think that this is a completely fucking freak, all right? Destiny, all right? Destiny, with all of his weird sexcapades, is going to be like, yup, this person's a fucking freak. This is like unbelievable that this is a real person that was really given the position of a journalist, all right, in Vice, writing these slanderous articles trying to ruin people's lives. This is despicable. And I am happy that we're paying attention to it. I am happy that we're winning. I'm so happy that when people fuck around, they find out. Holy shit. This is why I firmly believe in the mantra, we have to make retards again. All 7 swing retards. They come out, they try so hard. They try to be based. They cancel people because they think they're fighting for justice and lesbian ideology, but no more. We will make the retards again. I firmly believe in this. How did society get so retarded? I do have my theories. How this shit is being pushed literally everywhere to make people focus on things that aren't important, so that the super rich can keep getting super richer. These fucking bullshit Satanists in the government, whoever the fuck. Again, I don't know, man. It is wild. It is wild that it got this far. And I'm really glad that the pendulum is turning and people are actually brave enough to call these people retards and stand their ground.
First time hearing about this supposed controversy, literally, I've been sponsored by GamerSupps since September of 2023. This is a tactic called manufacturing consensus, where activists claim everyone agrees with them to make their points seem legit. Note that this paragraph doesn't cite a single source. Yes.
Yeah, so look at that. Classic. I mean, that's the move. That's the move. It's not about citing sources. It's about slander. My How Fucked is Hasan Piker franchise, it is full of sources and evidence. Every single video, every claim that I've ever made was backed up by evidence. And then Hasan just turns on his stream and slanders people. Look at that.
Saying everyone's...
It just goes to show who's on the right side of history. It goes to show who the bad guys really are. And I think people are waking up and actually realizing it.
Offended while they're creating the narrative that everyone is offended in order to make their claims have any sort of meaning whatsoever. And also the sources cited in the article, guess where they're from? Anonymous posts on Reddit. This is hard-hitting journalism in action, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, look at that.
So let's continue on. Here's the headline of the second Vice article, saying VTubing has an elephant in the room. Bigotry. And what's a random 4chan post.
Whoa!
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that's what we should be as a trusted source.
Yeah.
So Again, for the millionth time, Kirsche says, obviously I think harassment is bad. I don't do it, and I tell my fans not to do it. The suggestion made repeatedly in this article that I and my fans endorse harassment is totally false. In fact, fully half of the tweets quoted in this article from a person who goes by Invented or Bint, who has serially harassed me for months. Does Anna Vellens mention this in her article? No. Do I have proof of this harassment, which I would have shared if Vice bothered to ask?
Yeah, that's crazy, man. That is crazy how manipulative they are. I mean, we all know that the media are propaganda machines, right? We all know this already, right? We're all on the same page. It is not even remotely surprising that this is happening, right? Like, we all know this is the fact.
Absolutely. Here's some examples. And it's like calling her Ku Klux Kirsche, saying they don't indulge in a place of cruelty. I take joy in knowing that she's burdened by hatred that should burden you in some form, if not from guilt, then from the rightful consequences as minimal as...
Rightful consequences, man. Rightful consequences. Holy shit. This is so good. It's so good. Do they not realize that they're the bad guys? Do they not realize that history will paint them as the fucking freaks and losers of the 21st century?
People criticizing and making fun of you on Twitter. Can I add, low-key set off the domino effect that led to a sketchy VTuber sponsor to lose thousands of dollars on my resume. So they're proudly saying that they're going to be the main...
The catalyst, bro. The catalyst of all this. All right, I'm doing some research behind the scenes. All right, I'm doing some research, and I'm trying to look into something. I'm noticing something very, very suspicious about all these people that are coming after everybody. Why are all of our biggest haters, like, non-binary? Like, this has got to be some kind of coincidence, right? Like, all of them, bro? Every single one? All right, so Bint is they, them. All right, who's the other one? Anna Vellens. Anna Vellens. All right, Anna Vellens. I can't even find Anna Vellens. I was probably blocked. I was probably blocked preemptively. Well, whatever it is, someone that's into the fucking weird sex shit. Oh, never mind. No, they were banned. My chat's saying that this is a trans person. Another person that's coming after both me and
Kirsche.
right now is Niara. Right, that's someone else that's trying to slander me. All right. It's just like, this has to be a coincidence, bro. This has to be a coincidence.
Main charge here, trying to get her to financially suffer and lose sponsorships. Again, if you want to know, you can look at this person's profile. Like, it's not a daily obsession. It's not an hourly obsession with Kirsche. It's a by the minute obsession. Yeah, it is crazy. Non-stop attempts to engage in life ruination. They have latched on to Kirsche. And
and all these fucking freaks, like dude, Nyara, the person I just showed, believes that children could consent. And then we got the other person who has like these weird fantasy trans raping children breeding facilities things. Like what is going on? Judge me by my enemies, for real, bro.
Fortunately, suspect they're going to continue, but that's the sources being used for these articles. But they continue on and says the article doesn't mention this person that they're using as a source.
Of course.
And also, the article again talks about my sponsor GamerSupps and tries to make it seem like there's some sort of controversy brewing. Here's the words that were in the article. Earlier this week, independent VTuber Rin Penrose announced the end of her partnership with gaming supplement company GamerSupps. According to Penrose, her decision came to due to associations with creators whose views strongly conflict with my own, as well as a lack of communication from the company on this issue. And Kirsche says, look, I love GamerSupps and that they support VTubers from every side of the political spectrum.
Love that.
That's one of the things that makes them such an amazing partner. That and their awesome supplements. And then she says, crossed out here, use code REV30 for 30% off your advanced G order. That's very kind of her.
Look at that.
Saying, I hope I continue to work with GamerSupps, but if this effort to cancel me is successful, I have to wonder who's next. Well, that's the whole point. And people are already taking the crime boss narrative and using that as fuel to keep going after more sponsors.
People, this is crazy.
We're giving people a feedback loop.
Do these people not realize that they're losing, that they're ruining their lives because of this? That I guess not. I wonder if they even think they're the good guys. They must. They have to think they're the good guys, right?
you as a sponsor.
I mean, they slander me, right? This is the fucking freak slandering me. Didn't you make your friends watch Drawn CSAM? No! No! That never happened. You're slandering me. Don't you think that children could consent? This person made an entire video saying children could consent, bro. Like, yeah, get the fuck out of here, you slime balls.
Drop someone over these cancellation campaigns, you're rewarding their insane behavior and their life ruination campaigns, and you're encouraging them even further. But now we move on to the third article where it's titled Breakpoint Stands with Anna Velens.
Nice.
And they show posts from other people that's now being attributed to Kirsche once again. And they're showing suggestions on Throne, a wish list website. This is one of them, for example. They're showing this on social media saying it continues, referring to the harassment campaign they've been facing. And
what? All right, good evidence. Good evidence. That'll hold up in court.
But also,
bro, this is what Diddy's gonna say. Diddy's gonna say in court, well, you know, they're clowns.
There was a very important discovery here made by Curry Rinji. This is really important. This is referring to the third article.
All right.
There was a change. There was a change to the article the day after, and now some of the content is missing. Well, what content? As you can see here, they're going after, now also lethally by the way, but they're showing these screenshots of the harassment campaign going on, but they show this right here, right at the forefront. Now, if you look at this, it says with the name blacked out, you are a man, you cannot be a lesbian.
You've got to be fucking kidding me. The evidence of harassment, let me get this straight. The evidence of harassment is a reply on r/vor insulting you anonymously. Really, bro? Really? You are such a freak. Oh my god.
Referring to Anna. And of course, this is posted in the subreddit.
That's crazy, bro.
Interesting.
Oh, come on. You could have at least censored the fact that you got replied to an r/vor, bro.
But here's the problem. Look at the screenshot.
1 second ago. That's crazy. That's great. This person absolutely responded to their own thing, man. This person absolutely replied this to themselves and are Jussie Smolletting the situation into trying to frame other people into weaponizing their audience. It's Hasan's strategy again. He gets asked questions in an airport and he says he's detained, and then it was proven that was a fucking lie. All right, by me. Right? Then he goes and he harasses me for it. Yep, classic.
Posted 1 second ago.
Yeah, right, dude.
Either Anna Velens has the fastest reaction speed in the entire world, or this is possibly a manufactured piece of supposed evidence here.
It's a hoax.
That they likely created themselves.
And they couldn't censor r/vor? Like, what the fuck, man?
To paint themselves as a victim of an anonymous user sending a hateful message. This is a really terrible look for Vice. It was Vice's article.
It turns out it looks like a Vice journalist fabricated harassment, and after fabricating this harassment, is using it and weaponizing it to take down a content creator through a notable fucking outlet. Shame on you. And you are losing your credibility. The media is dying, and I hate to be this news. We are the media now. That's right. Rev says Desu over here. Me.
Kirsche.
We're the fucking media.
Trying to defend Anna Velens, and this is the type of evidence they're producing. It looks highly manufactured, if we're being honest.
Yep.
This looks really suspicious. You see this all the time.
I'll just be real. Can I tell you something even more controversial? Let's say this is real. Let's say, let's ignore that it was posted on r/vor, and ignore that the name was blacked out, and ignore that it was posted 1 second ago. Let's ignore all of that, all right? Let's say it's not manufactured. Let's say it is a hater posting this. Fuck you, who cares? Get a life. You are taking this massive witch hunt cancellation campaign trying to harass and silence people, and you're like, oh no, someone said mean words to me on a fucking porn subreddit. Oh my god, my life is over. Absolute degenerate bitch. I don't even care if this is true. Holy shit. A, it's probably fake. B, even if it is true, fuck you. Dude, I'm not sitting here crying my eyes out every single day that I get harassed on the internet, all right? You want to see the fucking shit that I get on a daily basis because the Hasan fans are fucking freaks? Like, this is just, let me just see. I'll show you. I took a screenshot of this one because it got deleted, all right? Maybe your Jewish brethren should go back to hell. Glad to hear Hamas sent one of your loser relatives to hell. Posted by Kick a Pregnant Jew in the Stomach. All right? I'm not even using this as evidence against Hasan. Get a fucking life, you losers.
On places like Twitter where people are...
You think that you're safe? See, I realize I could dish it out, and I could take it, all right? Because I could dish it out, I could take it, all right? And I know that. If you can't take it, don't dish it, because your time of reckoning will come.
Or like, I'm being harassed. Here's a hate message. And, you know, they forget to crop out certain things, or they have situations like this. Posted 1 second ago.
Weird,
this looks incredibly suspicious.
Yes, it
but
does.
let's continue on with this Google Doc.
All right,
so
let's go.
Again, Kirsche says harassment is bad. No one should do it. And
I agree, by the way. I agree no one should do it. I agree you shouldn't keep harassing people. I agree with that, and I don't want my audience to harass anybody. But if you get harassed on the internet after you start throwing rocks, don't be a bitch.
And the article says everything she's going through, but I'll sum it up. Anna's being attacked for simply asking questions in areas of the VTubing community.
You're trying to cancel people and get them to lose their financial careers, okay? You're not asking questions. I fucking hate these people. They're so pathetic.
Which she's an active part of.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I don't hate them. I don't care about them, honestly. And I am enjoyed that they are getting humiliated and dragged online. I am enjoying their downfall right now. That's what I'm doing.
When you see what this whole act...
I'm just asking questions. Are you a pedophile? Do you fuck children? Are you a danger to society? Are you a groomer? I'm just asking questions. I'm just asking questions, guys. I'm literally just asking questions. Do you support terrorists? Just asking questions. Not trying to be weird here, but I'm just asking questions.
Part of where they're trying to go with all this by going after big names for clout. But, of course, Kirsche responds saying, just asking questions? Look, I read those articles pretty carefully. I do not see a lot of questions, mostly a lot of statements based on Reddit threads and other anonymous sources. This seems very targeted at me and why. I'm an anime fox girl, VTuber, your vice.
Dude, literally, man. Fucking VTubers. It's these blue and white VTubers ruining everyone's lives on the fucking internet.
Also, this happened in the article. The time for games is over.
Based.
The irony is totally
based.
We are still talking about VTubing, right? Anyway, not to be all you started it, but you literally started it.
It's the same tactics every single time. Literally every time. They start the fight, they end up getting bullied and losing, and then they cry victim. This is the entire fucking modern left. The modern left, the neo-Marxist perspective on the world, works like this every single time. Hamas starts the war, everyone cries. Poor Hamas. What? What are you talking about? Like, again, I'm telling you, these people are all retarded. Every single one of them. They start shit, and they can't deal with it when shit gets pushed back at them.
There was no controversy. No one, apart from a few anonymous internet trolls, Vice quotes in its articles, which might not even be real, at least some of the examples, was butthurt about me and what I was doing or saying on the stream until you started writing articles calling me a Nazi, and now you're calling me a bully.
That's what
and
happens.
saying it's time to start a war.
That's these people.
This is a 2018 cancel culture style article all over again. Or is this VTubergate, which is the phrase they're trying to use, by the way, which is absolutely embarrassing. Anyway, it's getting pretty tiresome. Someone says something you don't agree with. Start saying they're controversial. Name drop a bunch of brands they work with. Play the victim card.
Every time.
Or rage tweet at them until their sponsors bail. This is the playbook used over and over again.
Pushback time.
And here is the final page saying, anyway, if you're just asking questions, I have one. How come in the middle of all this, Anna Vellens is asking people to buy her gifts on Throne? Surely this isn't just a big branding opportunity for someone who wants to become a definitive VTuber journal.
Interesting.
Right? Seems awfully suspicious.
Yeah, monetizing your fucking slander.
Now here's the important part. I don't want to go to court over this, but if you keep calling me a Nazi and keep calling for my sponsors to drop me, what else am I supposed to do?
Based.
Seriously, Vice, is this what you want? You want to be the PC police for VTubers. On your front page right now, you have articles about crazy, horny mud truckers and how cool it is to be goth in Ukraine right now. But my stream is too controversial. I'm asking nicely. I'm not saying that will get clipped. Please take these articles down and stop pretending there's a controversy where there isn't. I promise if you do, I'll go back to streaming and you can go back to reporting on the Berlin Sex Toy Expo or whatever it is.
I mean, that'll get you clicks because Hasan probably goes there.
You do love Kirsche. I think this is a fantastic response.
I agree. Good
what's
shit.
Going on here.
Good
Somehow making this funny while also addressing a serious cancellation campaign being spearheaded by Vice, trying to engage in life ruination, and they just won't give up. The people involved with these posts and articles attacking her have no credibility. They're massive hypocrites, and they're trying to make a name for themselves
yes, sir.
in various ways and on various platforms.
Yes, sir.
So obvious.
It is.
What they're doing. As
Cook
always,
them.
support
Cook them.
this. That's going to do it for this video. As always, feel free to share your thoughts about today's topics in the comment section down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.
All right, that was good. That was a good video. I'm glad that we did for this. So apparently, so this is kind of the story that, from my perspective, all right, to try to get this in a nutshell. There's a VTuber by the name of
Kirsche.
And she made statements that are pretty much the same as mine in regards to both the Shiloh Hendrix thing and the fact that there is this pretty fucking horrible immigration situation in England. And then it turns out, essentially, that people are trying to contact her brands and trying to cancel her and write articles about her and slander her. Basically the exact same campaign that's going on against me right now, except from Vice instead of from Hasan. Different fucking leftist toilet bowls on the internet. And essentially she pushed back, didn't buckle, and she's getting rewarded for it. I fully support it, 100%. Fuck yeah, support her. I will link, of course, the Rev video in the description. Also, go support
Kirsche.
I'll link her in the description as well. Yeah, no, I think that we need to push back on this. I don't want to be a spearhead of some sort of movement or anything. I'm just a blue retard on the internet that likes making fun of other retards, all right? I just want to make this clear. But it's also very fun to fucking push back against this despicable shit. Update, apparently, according to my chat, right after she posted all of this, apparently, Vice took down all their articles. Gigantic pussies. Yeah, it turns out standing your ground wins again. Do not buckle your ideals for anyone. You don't care. It doesn't matter. I saw this clip, and I feel like I'm going to wrap up with this because I think this is a very telling perspective on the world. All right? I think this is incredibly telling, so therefore I'm going to show it. I'm pretty sure I even bookmarked this clip. Let me find this for you in just a moment. Yeah, check this shit out. This is crazy. Look at this.
How many genders are there?
I feel like there's two, because like transgender.
No, don't say that on camera.
Yeah, but I feel like you either switch from a boy to a girl.
No,
like
stop,
you can
stop,
switch
stop,
back and forth.
Stop. I feel like it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Whatever you want to be, it's fine. It's okay.
Yeah, but I feel like they switch back and forth. Like, I know.
It doesn't really matter. Like, there's like you can be anything you want to be. It doesn't matter. Come on, stop.
All right, I'm sorry.
Look how terrified they are to have an opinion, all right? An opinion on, realistically, one of the most basic questions in the history of humanity. But they're terrified. Nah. We'll be the forefront of this shit. Let's end this fucking, let's end this era. Let's end this age. Subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Like, subscribe, and this video was streamed live on kick.com/Nuxanor. See you there. Stay weird, fam.